guys, you're okay. I'm back in a video, and today we're going to be talking about Friday Night Smackdown, where, of course, the amazing AJ Lee returned. And first off, they started this off with a match between John Cena and Sami Zayn. Now, this was John Cena's last time on SmackDown. Not only his last time, but his last match. He had a match with Sami Zayn for the U.S. Championship, which I would have been happy if he won this. I would have been excited if he won this. I would have been overjoyed if he won this. But in this match, John Cena was doing a lot of moves dedicated to some performers that he's won against multiple times. There was a spear, there was a pop-up power bomb, like these moves, an angle slam. Like, there's moves right there that you guys know that he really respects all the men that he's won against, all the people he's worked with over the past years. Of course, a lot of people was up in arms about that spear because Michael Cole said that the spear was for Roman, and then Corey said, yeah, and that it's for the a Canadian, and that's Edge. Now, of course, I took it as it's probably for Edge, but then it also could be for a little tribute to Roman, because if we're gonna be real, Roman was a part in John Cena's career, even though not a mad important part, but an important part in his career, an important part in Roman's career. They've been across one another. So even if it was for both or just for Edge, let it be okay. If some people want to say they think it was for Roman too, goodness, like I promise y'all, y'all act like that man killed y'all, killed your family, like literally went in your house and killed your family, or went in your house and stole all your possessions. Let that man be free. Y'all ain't gotta go for this man all the time. Like, goodness gracious, y'all think he the worst thing to have in wrestling. Mind you, y'all be cheering for folks that don't really need to be cheered. But this match was fire. This match, I don't care who says what. This match was fire. Like, John Cena dedicating a whole year to wrestling was the best idea ever. It really takes you a step back into the past. Honestly, I would have loved this match to have had a finish. I would have loved to see John Cena been U.S. title U.S. champion, because of just what that meant in his career and the moment and how he elevated that title. But sadly, no, Brock came back. But Charlotte Flair is not cleared. I'm sure they would have had a match or something, but they did not, because Charlotte is not cleared. I believe that might be a match that they set for WrestlePalooza. Who knows? The tag team titles, it kind of is iffy, but because they are such big names, there is a big chance that they could have a match at WrestlePalooza. David Priest went against Aleister Black. Now, I like both of these men, and I enjoyed the match, the altercation, all that good stuff. But it's hard to, I hate it for them. The fact that they had a match where they already was on rocky waters with the crowd, period. And then you have a match where everybody wants AJ Lee to come out. I'm like, ooh, ugh. I would hate to be those guys who have to have a match when they're waiting for AJ Lee, and they were unfortunately one of the people that had to have a match. But I was really seated for Michin and Julia. I really wanted Michin to win this because she's been a U.S. picture for too long, and she's just good. Julia is very good too, but Michin been doing this for a long time, trying to get that U.S. title for a very long time, and it would have been hers. But of course, you had a little incident with Kiana. Kiana's still upset, so then Michin, being dumb, wants to attack her and not focus on Julia. You need to focus on Julia. She's been proven how she's a threat, but you don't want to focus on her throughout the match. Even if that moment you feel like it was won, it ain't won until it's won. Okay? It ain't done until it's done. Why would you do that dumb stuff? But this kind of, I don't know, like, I feel like they're never going to put a singles title on Michin. Like, unless things just get hectic on her side, I don't know if they're ever going to do that. But who knows? I do see a tag title in her future, maybe if they want to allow BFAB to do that, but Julia's still champion. Tiffany Stratton and Jade Cargill have a championship match set for next week, and child, Jade better win. I'm just tired. I am so tired. I'm so tired of seeing Tiffany as champion, but not only that, the fact that Tiffany is champion, and then, like, what are we doing? What are we doing with the storyline? Like, it was obvious. It's now, I feel like it's obvious you're waiting for somebody. You're waiting for Bianca. And maybe you're not waiting for Bianca. Maybe there's just this is a stall in her career. I don't know. I have no idea. It's just not as intriguing. You're not, like, it's not moving me much. Maybe that was a little bit much. But still, I would be interested in a Nia and Jade match because they teased that because of the fact that, you know, they both lost to Tiffany. And, of course, Nia's like, girl, you did lose. Why are you getting a match? Mind you, you've been trying to get your title back and been not successful for a very long time. So, back in the line for you. I like Nia. I do. But, babe, be so for real. Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton will have a match next week as well. It's always a toss-up between these men. I don't know who's going to win, but I'll be seated. The main event, of course, the moment everybody was waiting for. I will be real. I do feel as if they needed to move tickets, so they said, hey, AJ's coming back. But that pop was still mad big. I just think it would have been it would have been real bigger. It would have been massive if it was like a CM Punk moment. You know, like out of nowhere. Like when we don't expect it. But I still enjoyed it. It was still a loud pop. It was still a great moment. Seth Rollins came out. I didn't know how they were going to do it because you knew that she was in the back, but you didn't know how she was going to come out. And it says that if CM Punk gave Becky a last chance. He went into that ring when she was there, and she just failed. She failed the test. She said, who gonna save you? And it was like a cherry on top. Like, they know ball. He said, I could have called Bayley. I could call Rhea. I could call folks. I got shooters. I could call folks. I'm going to call, like, I'm not gonna put my hands on a woman. I'm gonna call somebody. And who he called? The crazy chick. The lady that was over here changing trajectory of the women's division. The woman who is a trailblazer in women's wrestling. Like, AJ Lee is that girl, okay? So when she came up to light it up, I was like, okay, I'm healed. The child in me is healed. Like, the women from the Divas era, Naomi, Nikki, Natalya, AJ, but I'm gonna just do to the three women that really made 2025 theirs, and that was Naomi, Nikki, and AJ. I am a winner. I win. My ladies are back in WWE. Although Naomi is, you know, living her real life. It'll be so, like, that moment where all three of them are, like, in the same division, probably, like, active at the same time. I'm gonna need that. But AJ came through doing the skip of death around that ring as she did before getting herself ready, like, bro. Then she came there whooping Becky's tail. And I gotta give my 10s to Becky and Seth Rollins because Becky sold that, like, in the whole ring. But what I noticed, Seth Rollins, the whole barricade, jumping up a barricade, he fell. That moment right there was a special moment because they are playing the roles of loser heels. They're playing the role of those heels that did not get what they wanted. So then they look like losers. They look like losers. I loved it. I love every moment of it. I love seeing AJ Lee back, and especially because I'm hoping, and I believe, I'm just speculating, she's probably in a better place than she was with the last time she stepped in a WWE ring. And when it comes to wrestling, it's always about their real life first. It's always about who they are as a person first, mentally and physically. So I am glad that she's in a better place. And the fact that she's able to work with her husband, I'm sure that made her very comfortable, made her very happy. And you could tell CM Punk was overjoyed to see her get the reaction that she's deserving of, to see her really step back into the world that she loves. Like, you could tell AJ loves professional wrestling. You could just tell that. Like, there's no way that she does not. So, for see her back in that mode after 10 long chaos, beautiful. I enjoyed every moment of it. I really did. This was a year for wrestling. 2025 showed nothing is impossible. Sometimes you gotta wait for the right moment. Sometimes you gotta wait for the right season to get what you want. But thank you for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Tell me how y'all felt about AJ's return. Thank you guys again, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.